Now you guys know I like collecting physical copies, right? So I was reading an article, and I'll read. This will be a short one, but I told I had made statements in previous videos that if the younger generation starts wanting to touch things again and wanting to buy things and actually have it in their hand, they'll start making a difference in physical media coming back. But there's this one article that was written in January 1st of 2026. It says Gen Z's fuels physical media sales in 2026. Then also it said younger customers are increasingly turning on to old what else it says? It turns on to old physical media sales. So what else it says? It says once it says physical media is starting to come back. And then CD revival. Why Gen Z loves physical media. Um, then there was another one. Gen Z's enthusiasm for all things touchable is re- re- recirculating the analog economy and costing parents. I'll read a little bit of it. Gen Z's unexpectedly becoming primary drivers between the rapidly growing analog music and print book economies in the US and UK. Uh, I just thought that was interesting. See, a lot of people think I I don't really think physical media is going to go out because there was one that was oh, the Twast DVDs are making uh, a comeback thanks to Gen Zs. Now I'll read this and this will be a short video. It says it says it's too early to declare physical media back, but it's already clear Gen Z is done letting streaming platforms control what stays available. So that's a good point. So it says physical media finally making a comeback. No, it says, is physical media finally making a comeback? According to the new data, Gen Z is certainly making a case for it. Barnes and Noble is one of the few remaining chain retailers still, uh, dictating real in-store sprees to DVDs and Blu-rays. Says those sales have increased over the last year. I told you guys the only person that's going to help us with the physical copies is the Gen Zs. They said we see it across all our platforms, books, vinyl, everything is way up for us. People want to own things and build libraries, uh, music and video sections. Uh, they can listen and watch them anytime. They don't have to worry about the streaming service that has it. See what I'm saying? So I just thought I thought that was very interesting because see, I still think that I'm telling you guys, if you get the Gen Zs to start owning stuff and they start building them a little library, there's a lot of Gen Zs out there. Man, you're gonna see you're gonna see a increase in sales, man. Because right now it looks pretty good. So, so DVDs are the new vinyl records. Why Gen Zs is embracing physical media? It says uh, it doesn't have much of it, but I just thought let's see what the comments have to say, and then I'll be done. I've been eBaying DVDs for like 20 years, and they have noticed a moderate increase. Okay, says this person says I've been eBaying DVDs for like 20 years, and I have noticed a moderate increase in prices activity around 2015. There were many DVDs I couldn't even give away for these days. Seem there are some collectible around them, even those that have never released. Then one person said I can vouch for this. I've been offloading some of off the fat from the collection on the bay the last few years, and I've been amazed at how quickly the stuff sells. Okay, it's newer boutique releases, obscure older DVDs. So I'm trying to read this stuff, man, because sometimes words they use. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I say this right. Um. Anyway, you guys, I just thought that was interesting. It just seems like Gen Zs are taking more of an interest. Why Gen Zs is embracing social media. I think they just now realizing, man, that they own it. And Gen Zs are, they're a different group, and they like older stuff. And the article, the article also says that they like a lot of older stuff, and they're buying vinyl, and they like owning books. They want to actually read the book. Because I have like 3 books in the closet, and I like looking at them, and I like owning them, and I have not read them, but I like collecting them, so I need to start reading some of the books. I only have 3 though. Um, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Um, I think the Gen Zs will probably be a little bit more different collectors than we are, because Gen Z's probably got parents that they watch movies with, or there's shows that they watch when they were growing up, so they probably want those stuff. And I think what happens is when they get on some of these streaming platforms, and I'm not gonna sit there and hate on streaming because I'm not that YouTuber that does that, but I can understand what they're saying. Sometimes you watch something on streaming, and then you find out it's not on that streaming platform, it goes somewhere else, and then you like your favorite thing, and it's not on there no more because of licensing, and it was only there for a little bit. And so the Gen Zs are probably collecting what they want to watch and have starting a little collection, and maybe they're starting to see their collection, and they're starting to say, man, I kind of like the way this looks. This looks pretty cool, and especially with CDs and vinyl records and DVDs. DVDs, you guys. That's DVDs. Everybody's in love with 4K right now, but you're talking DVDs. So, yeah, I thought I just dropped this video about that. I thought that was interesting. Gen Zs are starting to make an impact on physical copies, physical media. It's impressive, man. So there's still hope for a lot of people like us who like to collect physical copies. I don't think physical media is going to die right away. Maybe 15 years from now, maybe. With the way that the world is going, they want everything to be. They want us tied to the phone. They want us tied to the internet. They want us feel like we can't live without the internet. They want us to. They want us to get lazy because you don't want to pop a CD in a player. You don't want to put a DVD in. You don't want to. You just want to grab your remote. So if if this because I ain't gonna lie, you guys, it's nice when you sit and look at your little library, like my library over there, and then I got it's just nice because sometimes I'll just stare at it, and it's nice. So Gen Z's are vinyl records to make a comeback. They've been making a comeback. And when you buy vinyl records, they're expensive. That's why I made a video the other day about, you guys, if I really like something, I'm gonna buy it. And if I like a movie, even if the movie sucks and they don't make very many physical copies of it, and they want like 40 or 50 bucks for it, it's only a 40, 50 buck one time buy. So it's not like you're buying it every week or every month or every year. It's just a one time purchase, and it's over there on your shelf. So anyway, that's the same way with vinyl. Vinyl lasts a long time. So you get vinyl records. Let's say you get 15 vinyl records. Let's say you say, well, that's only 15 vinyl records. Well, let's just times that by 1.5 million people get 15 vinyls, and that's all they wanted was 15 vinyls. It could be various titles, right? That's 1.5 million people buying 15 vinyls that they truly want to play over. So that's 1.5 million people buying 15 vinyls. Not to mention, vinyl records are expensive. Not to mention, to get a turntable now is expensive. I used to have a turntable. I used to have all that stuff. I used to have lots of albums. Got rid of them. I didn't know it was going to be like this. So CDs took over, and then I got rid of CDs. I don't have any CDs, hardly about maybe 4. I got a lot of DVDs though. Got a lot of 4Ks, got a lot of Blu-rays. So you guys, there's still hope out there. It's up to our younger generation to try to preserve some of this stuff, you know. Hopefully, man, they can, make the industry say, whoa, man, maybe we need to, because Barnes and Noble's about the only one that really carries a lot of physical stuff. Best Buy, they pretty much dipped out. Walmart still hangs in there. Maybe Walmart start. Walmart really ain't really never really got rid of everything. They just downside. You used to be able to go to Walmart. It used to be but if Gen Zs do this really, but I ain't gonna lie, you guys. When I do go to Walmart, their book section is pretty big. It really is, and I really need to get into reading books because I read scriptures every day, and I love reading God's word. So I read it. So I'm like, you got 3 books. I got 3 books in there I want to read. I bought brand new, but I don't really want to get too cluttered in here with all that stuff. I just want what I want. So anyway, you guys, there's hope out there. Gen Zs are making a difference in physical stuff that they can touch. Also said something about the Gen Zs liking the interaction with people. Going inside a building and talking to somebody and seeing other people in there and just socializing while they're looking at stuff and stuff. So that's some pretty good stuff, man. That's pretty good. There's some hope, y'all. There's some hope. Well, we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.